In this video I'm going to show you how to win at Risk easily by targeting your neutral opponent, because what else could be better than that to do while two other players are the biggest enemies with each other who are looking forward to invade each other once they get the opportunity. So anyways, this time the majority of my troops I had in South America and Australia. And while Australia was mostly covered by the territories of mine, in South America there were more troops of white, so by predicting that he will be going for it, I immediately in the beginning of the game decided to send him the alliance request just to let him know that my intentions are friendly and that I don't want to fight with him over South America, so he would let me move my troops out from it, so it would be no troops waste neither for him, nor especially me. After all, he didn't accept my alliance request, but that doesn't matter for me at all because the most important thing is that he didn't crush any of my troops, meaning that I will be able to save them by moving them out. And this is that I basically wanted from our potential alliance. I neither border with him nor currently I need his help to attack some other player, so since he lets me move my troops out, everything pretty much solves by itself without him accepting the alliance. Actually, while I started to talk about that, I think it would be a great if the developers added the chat phrase which would say "let me move my troops out." I think it would be a great phrase to improve the communication. But without deviating from the game, another player for me to potentially have alliance with was the pink player. Pink sent me the alliance request immediately when the game had started and I decided to accept it, because why not? I mean, even if the pink player sent the alliance requests to each and every player, then it's still a good thing to accept it because you're showing your friendliness, or at least it lets the person know that you won't be a problem for him. So let's say if the pink player additionally sent the alliance requests to the white and red players but they didn't accept them, then supposedly the pink player should be targeting them over me, and even if it will only come to attacking one troop territories, it will still be a good thing. So I didn't mind to accept the pink player's alliance request even though it looked kinda useless for me. I mean, we were neither bordering nor any of us had to move the troops out from the continents we were going for. But like I said, it let the pink player know that I will be friendly towards him, so if he's not a complete turtling player, then it's more likely for him to target someone else over me. So while at first the value of having the alliance with him could have looked to be unseen, actually it could potentially really benefit me towards the diplomacy side. Because after all, let's remember that this is a public lobbies game where people tend to go much more by the emotions and value the alliances significantly higher comparing to the games with my subscribers who are really aware about the balance of the game and know that they shouldn't take the alliances too seriously, as after all everyone stand for themselves but not to stay in the alliance with someone no matter what, even if that makes your ally win. And look to the situation on the board, guys. That's awesome. The white player has just invaded pink to his continent, crushing a lot of troops and leaving the army in Africa, and in case the pink player retaliates, I think this is what will make both of them lose the game, if they are going to be the biggest enemies from now on. After the white player captured South America, he decided to capture some territories in Europe, leaving some of the troops on its borders that it could have potentially looked that he was going for it. But whether it's how it is or not, the pink player didn't like it or just simply wanted to start targeting white, as after all it's the game about a war and attacks, so he cleared out those white European troops next to his border, fortifying his biggest army next to white South American border, and of course that made the white player to be very intimidated by him, so the white player, thinking that the pink player is going to invade him, actually decided to make that attack first. The pink player of course retaliated to regain his continent, and then you saw how everything ended up. Both of them became being so much weaker than me and the red player. So now the game is not that much about pink or white, but about red, and especially me. For example, we as the strongest players could decide to team up and eliminate both of them from the game, or at least one of them for sure. But in the public lobbies barely someone wants to team up with you to get rid of the unnecessary players who are not really needed for the balance of the game to be sustained, so unless they're getting attacked by those players. But if not, then public lobby players, if of course they are not as aggressive like pink and white, are being more casual neutral players who try to stay away from potential conflicts, so they will rather turtle in their continents instead of considering to team up with you to get rid of someone else. And of course that's nothing bad, especially knowing that there are so many emotional suicidal players, but that really makes the game to be stalemated. So by seeing that the red player's current main goal is just to get North America, I think it makes the most sense for me to start targeting him when the pink and white players take care of themselves. It's not the time when I want to use the Australian turtle strategy and hoard my troops doing nothing, hoping that all of my opponents will be dumb enough to over-destroy each other that I would even have more troops than all of them combined. Well, actually it's very likely that the white and pink players will continue over-destroying each other, but I mean if all of their attention be towards each other, then who will take care of red? By capturing North America and staying neutral, he would become even stronger than me. Much more stronger than me, because North America gives 5 troops while Australia only 2. So if the pink and white players would continue over-destroying each other, then he would eventually end up having more troops than all of us combined. So since the red player didn't show any intentions to attack someone, probably just having in mind to capture North America as his main goal and then more or less stay neutral, I decided to start highly targeting him to potentially eliminate him from the game. And as you can see, while I'm currently focused on attacking red, at the same time I'm encouraging the pink player, who is my ally, to attack white, so it couldn't be easier for me to win the game after the red player is eliminated. I want that the pink player would consider me as a very good ally, so in this turn I not only invaded red, but also cleared out all the territories of the white player from Asia, while not even considering to capture a single territory of pink. So that would potentially make the pink player take our alliance way too seriously, making me win. And awesome, that was unexpected, but actually it's so great that the white and pink players keep destroying each other. That is so good, because the last thing I need is that after the red player will be eliminated, they would stop being in the conflict, realizing that they should probably attack me in case I will stay being quite more stronger or having a lot of captured stuff. I'm not sure though why the white player didn't take the pink player out, letting him trade in a set and stay alive. The pink player only had the territories of ones left and even 4 cards, and 17 troops army would have been enough to take him out. When you capture the territories of ones, then usually you lose no troops, so not only the white player would have basically stayed with the same number of troops but actually gained even more of them after trading in a set from the cards of the pink player. And then he would have actually been the player who has the advantage, with me and the red player being enemies. I mean, while I have understood to stop attacking red if I saw that it highly favored white, the red player would have still been probably very mad on me, wanting to destroy me. I mean, I can never totally know what's on the other player's mind, but that's how usually goes in the public lobbies. The players act more based on the emotions rather than looking to the troops counter to sustain the balance of the game, especially when they get mad on someone. And probably a lot of them not even aware about the balance of the game much, or just not being very conscious about it at all. So since the white player missed his opportunity, I think a potential opportunity came for me. I think I should have enough troops to take the red player out. Yeah, it seems to be likely, even though not totally guaranteed in case some bad rolls happen. But as you just saw, all the rolls were favorable for me. I have as many troops as both of my opponents combined, so now I could just start targeting both of them at once in case the pink player realizes that he should stop being my ally right now. But either way, it was smart to invade the white player into South America, because as mentioned I have like the same number of troops as both of them combined, so I don't want them to keep getting troop bonuses, as I know that they can become smart enough to stop fighting each other and finally start to attacking me. And as we can see, the white player became smart to stop attacking pink, so I'm just not sure why did he decide to invade Australia over North America while not even unleashing pink's army. As with the pink player being at 2 cards and not having a set, obviously North America won't be invaded. And actually that was so fortunate that the pink player just blocked his army in the bottom of Africa. Well, the pink player has just left the game, so all what I need to do is to finish dealing with the white player and win the game. Or I mean, I was considering taking the pink player out right now, but realized that I could potentially get a bad blitz roll and not have enough troops left to take him out. So I decided to play safely and leave him for the next turn. As let's remember, he not only has his biggest army blocked, but additionally became the bot. So yeah, that's a GG. That's how you win by targeting neutral weaker player in a 4-player situation when 2 of your other opponents are being the biggest enemies towards each other. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then I would recommend checking some of these out as well.